Hey folks, on a serious note, cancer is a terrible thing. It's affected my family, it's affected your family, our friends and family, and it's a terrible thing. So at Revolution Championship Wrestling, every single year, we try our best to put on a benefit show. Put out all the stops to put on a heck of a show with 100% of the proceeds going to Hospice of Michiana. And this year, just like every other year, we top it. We have a tournament-style bracket system, and we declare a cup winner every year. And we had a little sign right here that I got to keep. First and foremost, yes, I am a ring announcer, but I'm also a big Mark, M-A-R-K. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good four-letter word. So I'm going to keep this. This is going to eventually go up in my wrestling shrine. But this is a bracket, but I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to get to each match best of my ability. And so this, which you can't see right now, but I'm pointing at it, is the bracket system. The first 7 matches of the evening for the 2013 James Wilson Memorial Cup Tournament were singles matches to determine who would go in the 8-man gauntlet match. I know what you're saying. I said 7 singles matches, and then I said 8 men. That's because the owner and CEO of RCW, Mr. J.B. Blackwell, determined that as a fan appreciation moment, he would let the crowd choose a lovable loser. I say that in quotations because RCW superstars are all winners. One of the participants who lost in the first 7 matches would get a second chance at winning the cup tournament, and they would be voted on later in the evening. But that's at the end of the video. I'm going to get to the beginnings of the show, and first we had I got this little here. This is a handout for all the fans. I'm a fan, of course, you know. A couple different ones actually. Slam Cancer Tournament. And I have my little cheat sheet here that I tried my best to write down, so you'll bear with me, okay? Remember, there's 10 matches this evening, and I'm going to try my best to recap every single one for you the best of my ability. If I left anything out, I apologize, and that's what the DVD's for. Check out Revolution Championship Wrestling on Facebook. Cheap plug. Alright, our first thing we did of the evening, after I introed the show, we had Brutus Dillon come out. He revealed himself as the son of James Wilson, who is the patriarch of the title of the memorial show. His father had passed away a few years ago, unfortunately, due to cancer, and this is why the show is named after him. And we had a 10-bell salute with all the wrestlers, and it was a very moving moment. A lot of emotion in the crowd. Didn't matter if you directly have survived cancer or if you had a family member that passed away from cancer. We all pretty much know somebody who has passed away, so it was a very impactful moment for sure. Then we got right into the action. We had Kevin Storm taking on the dark-hearted Cardinal Jimmy W. These guys are movers and shakers in RCW. Kevin Storm, he is moving up the ranks for sure. He's always giving his all. I've never seen somebody take so much and put so much back in. You know, Jimmy is definitely moving up the ladder as well in RCW. He was able to get the pinfall. It was a solid match for sure. It definitely wasn't one-sided. Jimmy W. is moving on in the ranks. Kevin Storm, I'm sure, is more than happy to challenge Jimmy W. again in the future. I'd like to see that matchup. Our second qualifying match was the son of a living legend from Waterloo, Iowa, Ox Baker Jr., taking on Fighting Irish. Ox Baker Jr. came out. He's definitely had a change of heart lately, and obviously Fighting Irish is a fan favorite. We all know Ox he's a mean guy. You can call him mean and he'll like it. And he's definitely playing to Fighting Irish's jolliness and generosity in the ring, and he kind of gave him the old hurt punch after shaking his hand, and he was able to get that win. Fighting Irish gave a valiant effort, but it just wasn't in the cards for that evening. Our third qualifying match was Matt Starr taking on Nick Cutler. Great matchup. This is Matt Starr, he's getting sleeker, he's getting slimmer, he's getting fitter, and you got a man like Nick Cutler who is he's one of the most cut guys in history of RCW. These guys had a very interesting dynamic. You could definitely tell that Nick was surprised at how quickly Matt was able to recover. Yes, the Bobby Hill chants were there. If you're not familiar with Matt Starr, he has a striking resemblance to Mr. Bobby Hill from King of the Hill. Unfortunately, Nick Cutler was unable to get away, was able to, the quick schoolboy roll-up, that classic move where the opponent quickly gets from underneath their legs and drops them down. It was just a surprise upset. Nick Cutler's been doing it for years and years and years, and old Bobby Hill, Matt Starr, was able to get that upset that veteran in the ring. Definitely see an interesting dynamic between these two guys, and maybe we'll see another match. Fans, are you interested? Leave a comment on here. I'm in the middle of the show, but leave a comment. Some of your favorite RCW superstars. I definitely want to hear it. Then we had our fourth round match. Eli Mcfly. He's got a new attitude, and he took on the Ascending Angel Lance Storie. These are two of the best mat wrestlers going today. They could not be more contrasting superstars, though. It's funny. Lance, he's got a very positive aura about him, and on the polar opposite, Eli, he's stubborn, he's arrogant, he's cocky, but you know what? He backs it up. He may cheat to win here and there. Ref didn't see it. It doesn't count. Eli Mcfly got the upset on Lance. Lance, I definitely think, was a favorite to win the whole tournament, but unfortunately, he fell victim to the cocky, conniving Eli Mcfly. I give him a lot of credit. These guys, all these superstars could have a best of series match, and it would be entertaining to the crowd. All right, let's get to the next one. We had Brutus Dillon scheduled to take on Ames, but unfortunately, Ames was unable to make the show. So, JB Blackwell got on his old BlackBerry, or his Zach Morris clamshell phone, and he got RCW original Chris Tyson. That's right, Chris Tyson. Brutus Dillon was beside himself. He couldn't believe it, because he had retired him at a Bourbon, Indiana show several months back. Chris Tyson was back, baby, but unfortunately Brutus Dillon, he gave him that big boot that you know and don't love, and he was able to get the win in it, and he made it into the final Gauntlet match. Then we had a brief intermission. Then after intermission, we had our sixth first-round matchup in the qualifying tournament. Big Russ Jones taking on the dropout Tripp Cassidy. First, I got to say, Tripp Cassidy, he's got a new attitude. He's got a Pikachu on his back, but he doesn't have a chip on his shoulder. Big Russ Jones, he is a mammoth man. And it was very interesting seeing these two contrasting styles. Tripp Cassidy's, he's a mover and a shaker, but it's hard to move Russ. I mean, these are two polar opposite guys, and it was a very interesting matchup. Power struggle versus speed and agility. It was a very cool matchup. Check out the DVD for this match. Then Tripp Cassidy, he got the win, and a surprise for sure. No love lost for sure. Russ Jones, I don't think he really loves anybody, so I think he's gonna. He holds grudges. He definitely will not let this loss go by wayside. In our final qualifying match, two of the best superstars in RCW history, in my opinion. Scotty Young taking on Ryan Epic. If you have not seen these two wrestle anybody, it's going to blow your mind to see them wrestle each other, because these two guys complement each other so well in their matchups. I've seen a few of their matchups before, but I got to say they took it to a whole new level today. You got to see this match. High flying. Scotty Young, he plays to the crowd so well. He went and he got me going, because he was calling out a 619 after he threw Ryan to the middle rope. He's going, he's running full force, and then he stops, kicks the rope, and makes Ryan neck go up a couple inches. So he got a little slimmer neck right there. But Ryan Epic turned it around, and he got the 619 a little later in the evening, and he was able to score that pinfall after he scored a German suplex, represent. Then we had the RCW United States Championship on the line. The former RCW United States Champion Super Diva was the challenger this evening. You remember a few months ago he was forced to relinquish his title after a severe health condition. But he's back, better than ever, healthier than ever, to take on your new champion, Denzel Bishop, in only his second title defense. Talk about contrasting styles right here. Super Diva, he's got that famous flamboyant style that you'll see down in Mexico. He's got that severe, he doesn't have a chip on his shoulder. That's not the phrase I'm trying to think. He's got a punch bowl on his shoulder. He's got a margarita on his shoulder. He's ready to go. He's got a lay right here. And Denzel Bishop, he's the pure athlete. Folks have been calling him the pure athlete, and I think he's adopting that as his nickname, because he really is. You wouldn't believe the kind of caliber of talent Denzel can do in that ring. From, a standing backflip to a running backflip. It's insane what these guys can do. Now, Super Diva, though, he'll use his old noggin to definitely throw the greatest superstar for a whirl. Whether it's when he's in a mat-based move and he goes for a couple hip thrusts, definitely will throw you off. It may not hurt you, but it'll throw you off your game. Unfortunately for the Diva, Denzel Bishop retained his title. And I gotta say, it was definitely a different matchup for sure, but Diva got his deserved title rematch. Unfortunately, he was unable to retain. But Denzel Bishop is a fighting champion, and while he may tease every once in a while that he's going to quit, while he may, go to the back for up to 9 seconds and then run back for the 10 count so he doesn't lose his match, he still is a reigning and defending U.S. champion. Then we have a match, man, words can't describe how awesome this matchup was. We had Nate Stone, Jonathan Crane, taking on the Alpha Breed, which is Remi Wilkins, and Trevor Court, taking on, yeah, that's right, one more tag team, the Dark Carnival of Chaos. That's Grin and Judas Yorick. This matchup is worth the price of the ticket of the DVD, which is available at the next show, and on Revolution Championship Wrestling on Facebook. This match was amazing. It was Lucha Libre rules, meaning tags are allowed, however they're not necessary. You didn't even have to tag your own partner in. You could tag, it was just a whirlwind of awesomeness. If you haven't seen these guys, you need to check them out. They brought it down, man. This is a great matchup. You've got all these guys are young guys, but they have such interesting characters. the Alpha Breed, man, they are two guys that are polished like you wouldn't believe. They're young, but they are polished, and they know what they're doing. They are a tag team to be reckoned with. Then you've got the Dark Carnival of Chaos, Grin and Judas Yorick. The Macabre, the face, it just throws it. There was a kid who literally screamed. You thought a whistle was being blown. He was so terrified of Grin. It was scary. Grin's got this yellow and black makeup, and maybe it's not makeup. Maybe that's how he really looks. I'm not sure. But it definitely throws the superstars that they face in that ring for a loop, and it baffled me. With a great frog splash, Trevor was able to get the pinfall, and Alpha Breed got the win. You got to check this match out, please. I'm not lying to you. This is a great matchup. Words can't describe it. I can't spoil it for you. Fun match, one of the best matches I've personally ever seen, ever announced. Loved it. Now we get to the finals. Well, right before the finals, we had the previous 7 contestants or entrants in the tournament come out, and fans were able to decide who they wanted in. So we had the losers come out. We had Kevin Storm, Fighting Irish, Nick Cutler, Lance Storie, and Chris Tyson, as well as Russ Jones, and Scotty Young. Well, you'll never believe who the top 2 were. That was Lance Storie and Chris Tyson. Chris Tyson narrowly got the audience vote right over Lance, and Chris made it into the Gauntlet. Then we get right into the Gauntlet. We had Tripp, Cassidy, and Brutus Dillon going first. Well, let me fix that. We had Tripp, Cassidy, and Pikachu and Brutus Dillon. Tripp brought Pikachu out in the ring, and Brutus decided to put his move arsenal out there, and he demolished Pikachu. He threw him across the arena. It was crazy. Then we had Matt Starr. Then we had Jimmy W., Eli Mcfly, Chris Tyson, and Ox Baker Jr. all in the ring battling it out. It was a great, great little battle as Ryan Epic was coming out of absolutely nowhere. Scotty Young gave one of the most brutal kicks to the head I've ever seen. Ryan Epic laid out there. I ran over there. There weren't any refs around that area. I ran out there. I helped him with the sound guy, Eric, and we brought him to the back and took him upstairs, and we laid him out until he was able to gain consciousness. When he came back down, Matt Starr had been eliminated. Then Ox Baker Jr. decided to eliminate himself after taking a run from the border. Then Eli Mcfly was eliminated. Then Chris Tyson was eliminated. And it went down to a final once-in-a-lifetime matchup between Jimmy W. and Brutus Dillon for the cup. Everything was on the line. Brutus Dillon gave it his all. Jimmy W. gave it his all. Great, great end match. Jimmy W. is your new 2013 James Wilson Memorial Cup Tournament winner. I gotta give you a big shout out to there. That was a great night of events. Big shout out, Jimmy W. You did a great job with that. Previous winners have been Australian Sensation Craven and the Albino Dragon Steven Drochner, and we all know how great they've done in RCW and other organizations all across the world. And so the sky's the limit for you, Jimmy. Great job. So I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to give you a little, here's that Memorial Cup bracket. I also wanted to save these for last and say a big fan of Denzel Bishop made these little things. I think it's pretty cool. It's got poison skull and crossbones. Pretty cool. But as you can see, some fans didn't like that I had this and tore it up a little bit. But I'm keeping these. Like I said, I'm that 4-letter word, the M-A-R-K. I'm a fan. That's what I really am. And appreciate everyone watching my videos. Please subscribe, share, and comment on my videos. I subscribe right back to you. Once again, check out Revolution Championship Wrestling. There will be a new show coming in September, taking August off. So please check out Revolution Championship Wrestling or message me on here if you're interested in knowing about the next show. Have a great day, and see you at the show.